What is up, YouTube? Welcome to the Legion of Comics. I'm Mark, and I'm really excited. It is a huge new comic book day coming right up around the corner. But before we check out what made it into my pull box, go ahead and check this out. So real quick, go ahead, hit that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and ring that notification bell so you know when future content drops. That's really important because this coming Wednesday, I will be dropping my 600 subscriber giveaway entry video. So I've got a lot of cool stuff to give away as my thank you and give back to the community for all of those who support the channel. You will not want to miss it. There'll be some really cool stuff. So make sure you smash those notifications. All right, so let's get right to it. There's a lot of stuff that I want to show you guys and talk about today. So let's get right to it. So I'm going to go through a lot of books, and I'm going to start off with what's going to make it into my pull box. And first up on the list, we have The Flash, number 768. So this is the first issue since Death Metal ended. We had the whole Future State thing. So this is being written by Jeremy Adams. I'm definitely going with this B cover right here. It is beautiful. You have Wally through the ages all over it. And Wally's my guy. We're seeing kind of a passing of the torch to him all over again. We've seen it happen a couple times in things going on recently with a couple of the one-shots of Death Metal and whatnot. So I'm excited to get some Wally-centric stories. That is just a beautiful cover. How can you pass that up? Next up on my list, I've got Batman Catwoman from Tom King. This is issue number 4, and the Clay Man is on the arts, and they're phenomenal. So it's kind of like a 3-tiered story here. We have like the latest timeline where Selina just killed the Joker. Selina and Bruce's daughter is the Batwoman of the city. Dick Grayson is the commissioner. And it looks like it's kind of just staying kind of more focused on Selina than anything and her part in everything throughout the ages. And we kind of saw in that last issue just tons of mistrust across the board with her. That's kind of like an ongoing thread with her through all the ages. And well, I think it's really cool because a lot of people are wondering whatever happened with King's run with Batman and Catwoman hooking up and him going back onto the title to do this Black Label maxi series. He's kind of sowing all these seeds of distrust like it would have never worked anyways. And if you guys checked out my new comic book day video from last week or the week before, you did see both of those titles on it. And I do apologize for that. A lot of times the solicit dates change on these things from the time of me making them. Sometimes I'm ahead of the curve a little bit. And yeah. But anyways, next up, also from Tom King, we have Strange Adventures number 9. So this is the same creative team behind Mr. Miracle. This has been awesome. It's been a whole whodunit murder mystery thing. And we have the Pick, the alien race that Adams famously fought and saved Ran against, is attacking Earth, and all the heroes are coming together to fight them, all in the middle of a murder mystery that is now kind of centering on Adam Strange being the primary suspect, and as well as kind of revealing that he did it in the last issue is what it's looking like. So I've been really excited for this. It's also a 12-issue maxi from Tom King, so we're in those later issues where everything's going to start unraveling and just piecing together really smoothly. So I'm really excited about that. So those last 3 books all have a price tag of $4.99, but this next one does not. It is a prestige format. And this is from DC's Black Label. It's the Other History of the DC Universe number 3 by John Ridley. And this one has a $6.99 price tag. So that first issue I was really enjoyed. That second issue I just was not too happy with it. I didn't really care for the direction that they went with some of the kind of addressing the other characters that are in the background of it and everything. It seemed very unnecessary and over the top. I'm a big fan of Katana, especially with her most recent appearances with the Outsiders and everything. So I'm excited to get kind of dive into her story in this one. And of course, it's got that beautiful painted cover. I'm not sure who the cover artist on it is, but they're gorgeous. So if you did not get enough Future State and you were sad that it ended, don't fear, because there is one final issue, which it's odd that it's coming out this late, but this was the original scheduled release date for it. But we have Superman versus Imperious Lex number 3. So this has been a weird one, but an awesome one. A lot of it is right on the nose with current political stuff. But Lex has been off on some other planet, ruling it with an iron thumb. Total horrible person, horrible dictator, but has all the people tricked into thinking he's an amazing guy. And Superman and Lois has gotten tied up in it with the whole organization of Planets United, whatever that they're a part of. And it ain't going to work out. And it looks like it might not work out for anybody, but this is the final issue, so we're kind of dipping back in the Future State momentarily until a couple months from now when we will get some more titles that are Future State titles. But yeah, so that was really cool. I'm excited to get the end of that and also to get another chapter in the future state stuff. I really enjoyed it. And then next is a big one for me this week. Daniel Warren Johnson's taking over Beta Ray Bill with an all new series, and its number one is going to be dropping this coming week. And that's the cover A right here. And I want to put another Daniel Warren Johnson cover here because I don't know which one I'll get. I do. I love Daniel Warren Johnson all the way from Murder Falcon to Wonder Woman, Dead Earth. The dude is awesome. He doesn't miss. Like, he's a phenomenal writer and artist, and he's doing the interiors for this as well as the writing on it. So we're going to see Beta Ray Bill, who's weaponless and Stormbreaker got destroyed, kind of going on a journey of self-discovery and finding a new weapon, and also dealing with a lot of Fallout stuff from King in Black. So it's spinning out of the pages of Thor and following up on a lot of stuff from King in Black. And you can see from the cover A, we have a nullified Fing Fang Foom right there. So I'm sure it's going to be wild. I'm sure it's going to be intense. I'm sure it's going to like hit you right in the feels because that's how Daniel Warren Johnson does it. If you haven't read or checked out his other stuff, go do it. Go do it. He's fantastic. Next up on the list, celebrating, I think it's like 50 years of Man Thing. Yeah, celebrating like 50 years of Man Thing this month over at Marvel. And we did see a ASM have a variant last week with a Man Thing cover. And they're doing a Avengers Curse of Man Thing book with a Gleason cover. So I'm a Swamp Thing guy, Swamp Thing over Man Thing all day. But I love these Gleason webhead covers, man. They are fantastic. And this is the first one that we're seeing outside of the Spider-Man family. So we've seen Spider-Man, 3 different versions. We had the Carnage, Black, White, and Blood come out last week, and they also did the Venom, which was a store exclusive somewhere. So I don't have that one, but I've got 2 copies of the rest. So I'll definitely be getting 2 copies of this one as well. I don't normally buy 2 copies of stuff, but I would like to send them all to CGC and do something with them, keep a set for myself and figure out something to do with the other set. But yeah, that's just fantastic. Gleason's knocking those out of the park. Next on the list, one that is kind of up and down on, man. I feel like if I was on the Donny Cates train early on, this book was just be an absolute dream come true, but I wasn't. And crossover issue number 5 is coming out. And while I'm enjoying the book, I just feel like a lot of it's being lost on me because I see where he's making references to previous properties he's worked on. I see where he's playing a lot of fan service, but I didn't experience those things before reading this. So I'm not really getting the gravity of it. But it's definitely interesting. I am enjoying it, but I just feel like I'm missing out on so much that I could have enjoyed more on it. But I'm still hanging in there with it. And on top of all of that, it's a cool horizontal cover. And even on top of all that, I did order the John Jang variants for this one from Big Time Collectibles. He did a trade dress and virgin set. I did get the set. And if you notice, there are minor differences. You get the squid monster in here and you don't in here. And if you look really close on the cover, Ellie is really small over the Gundam's right shoulder, so that's pretty cool as well. The little details in it, and whenever you get his variants or you pick up any of his covers, you can always find so much hidden in it. They're fantastic. Next up, one that I'm really excited about, James Tynion IV is crushing it with the Department of Truth. Now, conspiracies are something that are not lost on me. I love listening to debates and conspiracies and all kinds of stuff like that. I have for years. So this has just been a total delight for me. I've absolutely loved it. This is issue number 7 coming out. And with this issue, as well as the last issue, we've had guest artists come in and work on them. It wasn't the normal artist that did the first 5 issues. And they're kind of, that last issue dove back into the history of the department. This one, I think they're supposed to be tackling alien invasions or alien abductions. So that should be really fun. Everyone has grown up thinking about UFOs or hearing abduction stories here or there. So I think this one will hit a lot of people right in the happy bone. And I also did pre-order the Jang set for this one as well. And there's a trade dress as well as a virgin for that. And I got these from Heat Seeker Comics. So you got to keep an eye out on so many different shops, especially if you're following specific artists. But he did a phenomenal job with this. You see the cow getting drawn up into the UFO, which there's so much going on. Like, you have the cattle mutilation conspiracies, you have the abduction conspiracy. It's also the year of the bull, like with Chinese New Year and stuff. So that was really cool. And then next up on the pull list this week, I have Power Rangers Unlimited Heir to Darkness from L.L. McKinney. And this is a 60-page one-shot. And this is the cover A. I'm actually going with the cover B. I decided that here recently when I talked to my LCS and looked at some more options for covers and stuff. It just has a little bit more color, a little bit more sleekness going on. Same characters on it, but it was really cool. So I'm really looking forward to that. Astronema Ecliptor, Dark Spectre, like all kinds of stuff going on in this. I'm really excited to see what they're going to do with Power Rangers #5. We just had Astronema hit the main continuity of what's going on in the Rangers books. So it's about to get lit. So those are all the books that are going to be in my pool box this coming week. So my box is filled out a little bit since the last 2 weeks. I'm really excited about that. I was feeling how light they were, but somehow or another, there was not any extra time in my week for reading. I'm still playing catch up before Out Week's End this coming Sunday, so I can talk about all these books with friends and everybody in the chat. But there are all kinds of other books coming out that I want to point out as well. If you've been following the King of Black tie-ins, we have Symbiote Spider-Man #5, as well as Return of the Valkyries issue #4. And then we have a King of Black tie-in, Ghost Rider #1, as well as the new Silk #1 series. Now, I've been noticing a lot of people talking about and reaching out to get copies of that Silk #1. If I'm not mistaken, I think there's a lot of stuff going on with her potential in future MCU stuff, whether it be series or movies. I don't know. I know that her first appearances are really expensive books, though. But yeah, so she's got her own series coming, tons of variants from countless different stores, as well as stuff that'll be hitting most LCS shops. So definitely check that out if you're interested in that character. And then we have Captain America issue #28, as well as U.S. Agent #4. So I don't know if everyone's watching Falcon Winter Soldier, but both of these characters are very relevant right now. So if you're wanting to know more about them or just see what's going on currently with those characters, this will be a good week to go grab something off the shelf at your shop and just see what's going on. Next up on the list from the indie department, we have Spawn #316 and a brand new image #1 from Shadecraft #1. And that Spawn 316, guys, that's a gorgeous cover. And you know, McFarlane announced Spawn's universe coming with 4 individual titles, brand new titles, some new characters introduced. So if you're looking forward to that and you want to get kind of dip your toe in the water before it gets here, go check out Spawn. And I always like to try to point out whenever there's a new image #1. Don't know why. Next up on the list, we have Sea of Sorrows #4 and Giga #3. Both of those I've heard good things from people I know that have been reading them, that follow indie stuff really closely. So if you're big into indie stuff, give those a try. Go check them out, see if it might be something you'd be interested in. And also, if you guys want to know what my hot pick for this week is going to be, go over to the Comic Vet on YouTube. Go ahead and smash that subscribe button and be on the lookout, because every Sunday he drops a video that him and I work on where we both pick our hot pick for the upcoming week that we suggest giving or maybe consider picking up. But yeah, go to his channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you don't miss that video. Go ahead and check out some of his content. Leave a comment under something, let him know that #WeAreLegion, so he know that you guys found him from over here. And as always, I'd like to give a big thank you to the Augusta Book Exchange. Paul and Donna over there are the absolute best. They're the keepers of my comics, the guardians of my pool box. They always make sure that everything I'm looking for is safe and secure when I get there to pick them up. Cannot thank them enough. And you can find them on Facebook if you're not local here to Augusta, Georgia. So guys, let me know in the comments what you're looking forward to picking up. Is there anything that I missed that I need to read that I just, for whatever reason, just didn't catch my attention and it needs my attention? Let me know in the comments below. And I'll be going the Out Week's End video tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern time. That's going to be a live spoiler-filled look back on this previous week in comics and more. So we will be talking Invincible. We will be talking Falcon and Winter Soldier, as well as the books that hit shelves. So I hope everybody can stop in and chat it up with us. And also, tons of good stuff coming this coming week. I had a fantastic week, and I'm looking forward to putting out some of this content and showing you guys what all myself and Finn were managed to find out in the wild. And be on the lookout for that 600 subscriber giveaway entry video that will go up this coming Wednesday. So thank you, everybody who already is subscribed to the channel. If you haven't, please consider doing so. Hit that thumbs up on the way out. And as always, I'm Mark, but we are Legion.